Good evening, class. So, for this week, I'm going to be talking about a topic on our chapter 4 of the book, which talks about organizational change carries risks and rewards. And according to our book, there are four levels of changes when it comes to information systems in a business. So, the number one level is automation, which is the low risk, low reward automation. It doesn't change a lot in the business. The second one is the rationalization. So, when it comes to rationalization, we are talking about streamlining some of the workflow that is already going. So increasing efficiency, but not really changing a lot of things. So it's a little bit more rewards, more risk, but not that substantial. And then the third one, they talk about redesign. So redesign is still using the same system, but now redesigning the workflow to also streamline the processes and also have a new vision in mind. And then the last one, and the one that has a lot of changes and more risk to it, is paradigm shifts. So, paradigm shifts is when you completely change what you've been doing and start using a new system in place. And so, I'm going to relate this to an article by McKinsey and Company, which talks about what's needed for successful change within organization. So, in this, it highlights the current challenges that are going on in the industry with when it comes to implementing new technology systems in a company, and it talks about how best to manage it. And I'm going to dive right straight to how can we best manage these risks that are involved when changing an information system in place. And so for the first point, they talk about stay engaged and be aware of your blind spots. So for you to be able to implement some changes properly, you have to be proactive and stay engaged and be aware in every step of what is happening so that you can be able to catch and mitigate the risk there and then. The other point they mentioned is allocate time to finding the right skills. We all know, as we've talked about it, the professor has already talked about it in class, the systems are perfect. The things that cause risks and all this is the human part of it, and so it's subject to human error. So you have to make sure you get the right people for the right job to ensure that the changes that you're implementing, more have a chance of more success. And the last point, according to McKinsey and companies, lead with agility. So yes, you can task your employees to implement the systems, but then you're very rigid and you don't want to change in the middle, and you don't want to change according to how the project is coming along. And one way to ensure that this project or implementation is successful is to lead with agility. So as a leader, you should be flexible on changing your budgets, changing whatever the workflow was, to make sure you get the optimal results and reduce the risks that can be encountered. Otherwise, that is it for me, and have a good day. Ciao.